It's the NFL on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 48 rematch. It's the Broncos and the Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Well, Brock, we saw Week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to Week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right, it was Hope Springs.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go from Lumen Field. D. Eskridge to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by the 12th-year pro from West Virginia, Geno Smith.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action. Here's Smith. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They give up the gut to Walker. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. In on the tackle was Jonathan Cooper. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Running with Walker again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. From the gun, Smith. Walker hauls it in.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be let out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Look, there are pressures that come along with being a first-round pick. You're expected to lead your team to bigger and better things right away, no matter the situation you're drafted into. But to his credit, he hasn't shied away from any of those pressures. He's been the guy they needed off the field. Now we finally get to see what he can do on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Play action with Nix. He's going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he drives it up past the 45. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Nix from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Seahawks taking the field for their 2nd possession. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. They gave him just enough room to run.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Smith. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawks football. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix now to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. No one around. He's got space. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll give it to Williams on the option. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Another run for Williams. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Dulcich hauls it in. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Nix. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Walker on 1st down. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Sent down by Cody Barton. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Smith. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Smith back to throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Man in motion, headed right. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Staying with Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He just throws this one away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Gets this one to Patrick. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Nix to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The defenders are there to get him at the line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throwing here, Nix. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down. Trying to force one through there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Trenton Gill on the punt. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Walker now from the gun. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Running with Walker again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Michael Dixon on the punt. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. So here comes the Bronco offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Right back to Williams on 1st down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Broncos with the football. Throwing on first down, Nix. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Smith on first down. Cut by Lockett. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Sent down by Cody Barton. From the 45 on second down. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They're going to bring on Dixon to boot this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Nix with it on first. It's taken in by Williams. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They'll throw again. Nix has it in close. Touchdown, Denver. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Seahawks, nothing.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Eskridge on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks returning their offense and this running back to the field. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They go play action. Here's Smith. Hauled in by Lockett, right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. First down, Smith to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
It's second down and 10.
Back to the air, it's Smith. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. It's a 21-yard gain. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding the spread for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. One final shot before halftime. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now from the extreme northwest to the extreme southeast, we're going to head down to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with our buddy, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome aboard to you and Brock. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. The Bills able to start the season off on the right foot as they get the win at home in their season opener. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. A touchdown run for Gus Edwards. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Gotta figure out this third down here. Nix looking to throw. Completed to Reynolds. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Juke the defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. A play fake, now Smith to throw. Charbonnet with the catch. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Smith. That's caught for the first. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A give up the gut to Walker. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Brandon Jones up for the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
To the ground with Walker. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks start the 2nd half with some needed points. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks tie things 10-10. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Broncos running their offense out once again. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Piron. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They run once more with Piron. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Again, a run with Piron. Jukes one defender. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning. like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 3 on that game. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Nix now to throw. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 3rd quarter lead. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Eskridge on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. This is Walker on 2nd. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing now, off play action. That one's caught along the left sideline. Down to the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
We all know these receivers are so dangerous just in how well they get open and work the field, but then put the ball in their hands, and they become even more dangerous after the catch. They start looking for those lanes to turn small catches into massive gains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside, defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. He's in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it 17 all. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The 40. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a third-quarter lead. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here, we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Eskridge on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Walker on first down. Oh, he trucked that defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Staying with Walker. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That tackle by Levi Wallace. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
There we go.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. It's Walker on the give. And they had that one contained right at the line. Sent down by Cody Barton. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Smith back to throw. Pass taken in by Lockett. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set. 1st and 10. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Darrell Taylor in to make the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action with Nix. Bails out of trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. On 3rd down, here's Nix. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Trenton Gill, the one to kick it away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. The home team sent Tyler Lockett ready for a new series on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's bundled up quick. This just crosses the 25 to about the 27. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
That's complete. Here's Brown. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Running left, here's Walker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. Complete over the middle. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
On the carry, it's Walker. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This is complete to Charbonnet. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
That's another Seahawks.
They go with Walker here. And this one doesn't go far. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They go play action. Here's Smith. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.